Hey, what's going on? Dr. Gonzo Boogie here again, back for another update video. And in this week's video, I got some really cool stuff to show you guys, like always. And if you remember, in my last week's video, I mentioned that I was waiting for a package in the mail. I've actually gotten that package since then, so I'll be showing that off in this video, which that is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack box set thing of two classic horror movies. So real excited to show you guys that. I also did a little bit of DVD Blu-ray hunting at Walmart and FYE, so I picked up a couple of DVDs and a cool, really awesome Blu-ray while I was doing that. And then I did a little bit of searching around at thrift stores. I didn't find too much, but I did find a really awesome comic book, so I'll show you guys that at the end of this video. So I'm just going to get started here with the Blu-rays first, and this is actually the package that I got in the mail, and this is a DVD Blu-ray combo pack 2-pack of Dementia 13 and The Terror, two classic Roger Corman productions. These are really easy to find in public domain. You can get dollar store copies of these movies, but these are the HD restored versions from the original 35mm film elements. So this is really cool. I love both of these movies. Dementia 13 is actually one of my favorite Roger Corman productions, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, who is known for a bunch of other great movies he made. But Dementia 13 was one of his earliest movies he ever made. I think his first solo credit as a director. And I've just always loved that movie. It's somewhat of a Psycho ripoff, but it's kind of its own movie, just a good murder mystery type thing, and I really, really love it. Dementia 13 is one of my favorites, and The Terror is classic. It's one of those movies that Roger Corman had like a couple days left on a set, and he had some money left over from another movie, so he just filmed some random scenes with Boris Karloff, and they filmed a movie around it. And the movie kind of has that feeling that it does certain parts of the movie don't really make sense, and it just kind of ends, I guess, in my opinion, just out of nowhere. So The Terror has been one of those movies that I've always found it hard to get through. But just yesterday, I sat down and watched both of these, and the quality on the print of the movie is so good on these that I never thought in my life I would ever see Dementia 13 and The Terror in this good quality. Just really awesome. And I heard a couple comments on Amazon when I went to order this that they kind of, like, because of the restoration, some of the fast scenes kind of have like a smeary look to them, a very like smooth look or something, and people were complaining about that. And I didn't find that problem at all. These looked fine to me, so it might have just been the way that some people's TVs pick up these Blu-rays, but I didn't have any problems with these at all, and I thought they looked great. It's just a really cool set. It actually comes with both movies in separate cases. So really quickly, I'll just go through and show you guys what these look like. This is the Dementia 13 one, and I've been waiting to get a really good copy of Dementia 13 for so long now. I've been trying to hunt down the Roan edition of it, but I've had a hard time finding it for a good price, so I'm really happy to get a really nice quality release of this movie, and it just happens to be a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, which is even cooler. It's got the original movie poster on the cover, which you can never ever go wrong with that. And these are just really nice quality. Just these releases, I would say not far from Scream Factory. It's just the quality of these, just really nice. And ooh, geez, almost dropped the insert out. Actually, these came with inserts, which I thought was really cool. Right there comes with a little postcard, actually, with the movie poster on the front, which I just think is really cool. And there's also one that came with the Terror also. So just everything about this pack is awesome. These are some of the first inserts that I've ever gotten with any Blu-ray, so I think that is really cool too. Whoever put together this pack definitely knew what a fan was looking for, with the original movie poster on the cover and the inserts and the high-def restoration of the movies. This is just an awesome pack, and you can get it for pretty cheap right now, around $11, $12 brand new, so I would highly recommend this for any of you classic horror fans out there. Alright, next up, I picked this one up at FYE, and this just came out, and this is the Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers unrated producer's cut. This is the rare producer's cut of Halloween 6, which I have the Scream Factory Anchor Bay box set, but I don't have the big 15-disc set, or however many discs that one came with. I have the smaller 10-disc set version of that, and that one sadly did not come with the producer's cut of Halloween 6, which was probably the most disappointing part about buying that box set, because I actually really like that smaller budgety box set. You know, don't get me wrong, it's not anywhere even close to as cool as the bigger set, but for a collector on a budget like myself, it was nice that they had another option to go with, so I was really happy with that. But like I said, just disappointed it didn't come with the producer's cut, so when I heard Lionsgate was putting this out separately, I actually got pretty excited, because I was like, oh nice, I could finally check this out. And this is a movie, a cut of Halloween 6 that I've been wanting to see for so long, a good quality version of this for so long. I remember back in high school, probably like 10, 12 years ago, I watched a bootleg of this on the computer, and it was just so shitty quality that I basically really couldn't tell what I was watching, and I really didn't get the experience of seeing it out of that just because the quality was so bad. So I'm happy that I can finally check this out and see what it's all about, because I've heard a lot of mixed things about this. Some people say that it's better than the theatrical cut of this movie, and other people say that it's not any better at all, almost worse, and stuff like that. So I'm interested in seeing it myself and making my own opinion about this one. But I do have to say that Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, isn't one of my favorites in the series, even though I do always watch that one around Halloween time. It's just never been one of my favorites. Actually, I like H2O a little bit better than that one, but it is pretty good, and it's the last one with Dr. Loomis, Donald Pleasant's character in it, so that is awesome just for that reason too. So really looking forward to checking this one out. Definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments about this one. Alright, then next up, I picked up a few DVDs. One I got at Walmart, and one I picked up used at FYE, so I'll show you guys the one that I got used at FYE first. And this is really cool. This is the older legacy collection of the Universal Dracula movies. And I'm trying to get all of the Universal Monster Legacy sets. Right now I have a mix of some of these older ones and some of the newer releases that just came out. So I'm trying to just pick all of them out. The only ones that I'm missing right now are the Wolfman and the Invisible Man one. And I don't know if I plan to pick those ones up in these old school Legacy sets or get the newer ones. I guess whichever one I come across first and I have money on me will be the one that I pick up. But I need to get the Wolfman set because I'm missing the Frankenstein meets Wolfman on DVD, and then I need to get the Invisible Man set because I don't have any of the Invisible Man sequels on DVD right now, even though I do have the first Invisible Man movie on a DVD, Universal Monster Pack. I have that on another DVD, but this is a really cool set. I love these old school Legacy sets. I actually like the way they look and the way they're set up a little bit better than the newer Legacy sets, even though I do think I have to admit that the newer Legacy sets are a little bit neater and I think a little bit more well organized, but these ones were the ones that I remember seeing and buying years ago when I was younger. Sadly, my old copies of these no longer survive. Back when I used to have these, I used to have all of these Universal Monster Legacies back when they first came out, but back then I didn't care as much about my DVDs, and they ended up getting damaged, and I ended up trading them or getting rid of them one way or another. So right now, for the past couple of years now, I've been trying to buy them all back. And I do have the Frankenstein one in this older Legacy series. I have the Frankenstein one like this, and then I have the Mummy and Creature releases out of the newer Legacy sets. So, like I said, there's still a couple more I need to pick up, the Wolfman and Invisible Man, but other than that, I almost got all of these back again, so real happy about that. And this is just an awesome set. This comes with the original Dracula with Bela Lugosi, of course, and it also comes with Dracula's daughter, Son of Dracula, and the House of Dracula, which is really cool. So really glad to get this set. Really nice stuff here. And these older Universal Legacy sets go for a lot of money now. So when I found this one at used at FYU, it was like $12.99. I thought that was a really, really good price on that. Alright, and the next one I picked this one up at Walmart, and I was really excited about this when I found it because I didn't know that it was out yet. I saw pictures of this on Amazon.com when I was looking around that stuff at one point, but I didn't know that it had come out. And this is the Abbott and Costello Meet the Monsters collection. And this comes with Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, Meet the Invisible Man, Meet Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Meet the Mummy. And the one thing that I do wish that this pack included was Abbott and Costello, Meet the Killer, Boris Karloff, because that's one of my favorite Abbott and Costello movies, even though it's not really, doesn't really have a monster in it. It still has Boris Karloff on it, so easily they could have slid that on this pack. So now I'm going to have to go out of my way to buy the Abbott and Costello collection that features that movie, because after getting this pack with all these, I want to sit down and watch all the Abbott and Costello monster movies. I actually have Meet the Killer, Boris Karloff on VHS, but I would love to pick it up on DVD. So this is a really nice set. It looks really nice, and they had this at Walmart now for, I think it was $15.99 for this, or $14.99, which wasn't a really bad price. And if you have all the legacy sets, which come with some of the Abbott and Costello Meet the Monster movies, you may be saying to yourself, I don't need to pick this up, but actually this comes with Abbott and Costello Meet Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and it's really one of the only ways you can get that on DVD outside of the Abbott and Costello collections, which are a little bit pricey. So this is a really good set. It has some great classic Universal comedy horror on here. I love these movies. These are some of my favorite Universal monster movies to watch, and I would say probably the best one on here, of course, is Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, one of the best classic monster movies ever. Alright, and then last for this video is a comic book that I picked up at Goodwill. And actually recently at one of the Goodwills I go to, they had a couple big boxes of comic books, and I've been looking through them every time I go. A couple weeks ago I found a 2010 comic, which is a sequel to 2001 A Space Odyssey, and I thought that was really cool, but this time around I was even more excited about the comic I found, and this is one of the Thing from Another World comic books, and this is actually a sequel to John Carpenter's The Thing movie. They actually only called it The Thing from Another World because of Marvel's character, The Thing. They didn't want to get anybody confused thinking that it's a comic about the Marvel character, The Thing, so they gave it the full name, The Thing from Another World, which is the name of the movie that John Carpenter remade into his Thing movie. So I think that works for me. And this is a cool series that I've always wanted to check out. This is issue 4 of 4, so there's 3 issues that I don't have in this series, which I hope to pick up one day. Just a really cool comic. This is from Dark Horse. They put this out, they put this out in the early 90s, I think 94 or 95 they put out this series. Just really cool stuff here, and I hope to find the other ones one day. So that was the update for this time around, and like always, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, definitely leave a comment or give this a big thumbs up. And thanks for watching. See you guys next time.